it was Maroni. How's it going, guys? Welcome to Dan the Man Reviews, and we're reviewing Gotham episode 3. Just a little bit into this episode, basically there's a vigilante out there killing a lot of these corrupt people, whether it be a corrupt cop, or a corrupt detective, or a corrupt guy who did a Ponzi scheme, and so on. So there's a vigilante out there, and his name is Balloon Man. And what Balloon Man does is he gets handcuffs his victim, and sends a balloon, not actually, like a little a bigger balloon pretty much, to the sky, takes the victim until he dies, and he falls and dies from pretty much the balloon popping or losing altitude. It's Balloon Man. Oh man, Balloon Man. Alright, let's get right into it, though. So Jim and Bullock had to find out who this Balloon Man is and stop him, of course. And then we get a little bit of Selina Kyle showing Jim where she was at the crime of the Waynes family, where she was, and basically telling him pretty much that her story is legit. Just look at the wallet, go in the sewer, and go through all that shit. And then we get more of Fish and her basically trying to take over Falcone's organization. She's trying to set everything up, and gets a little bit of revenge at the same time. Overall, this episode was it's just the same motions. I'm honestly just a little I'm getting disappointed in the show. It's starting to become a chore now. The problem with the show is the villains. The Penguin is so quirky, and so the mood of this show just kind of, it wants to be serious, but then it's being quirky at the same time, and it's starting to feel like Batman and Robin, but not as extreme. Just light Batman and Robin in the show, and that's not a good thing. I mean, the Penguin is okay for most parts, but then the dialogue in this show is not good at all. It's not. I mean, Gordon one time says, "Yeah, I know, I lost Selina Kyle." Well, yeah. Well, I'm upset too. Bang. Urgh. That's the dialogue on the show. The dialogue is not that interesting. What they talk about is not that interesting. The banter between Bullock and Gordon, there's no wittiness to it, I still like the character Bullock, and I still like the character Gordon. It just feels like it needs to just up their game a little bit when it comes to dialogue. And just the overall episode just felt bland. It felt fillerish. First of all, I thought we were going to get more into the Wayne's murder and who killed them, but instead we get this other story of this vigilante known as Balloon Man, which kind of, when I think about it, it's kind of interesting how, Gordon doesn't agree on what the Blue Man's doing and stop at nothing to stop this guy, because he is murdering people, even though these people are doing bad and wrong and are not trialed. He's still murdering people, and that's what's interesting with Bruce, aka Batman, is that Jordan pretty much trusts Batman because he doesn't kill anybody. He does the right thing, and he's just like Gordon if you think about it. In the show, and here's also the problem as well. Young Bruce just feels so shoehorned into this. I know he's supposed to be developing during the show, like why he becomes what he is at the end game as Batman, like him not eating, he's eating at the end because he needs to get stronger. He's going to become Batman because people care. They like the vigilantes, but he gets it. He gets how killing is wrong and not killing is the right. doing following the law is the right way, because I am the law. I had to do it. I'm sorry. So this episode really just felt so fillerish. I mean, I was hoping we'd get more with Gordon and Selena Kyle, but Selena Kyle just slips out of her handcuffs and goes, just pretty much leaves, just goes away. We don't see her at all again. The problem with this show is basically Barbara. I feel so bad for Barbara. I think Barbara could offer so much other than being eye candy, but we find out she's kind of a drug addict, and she's had relations. She's been in a relationship with that. I can't remember her name. I want to say Ramirez, but the one detective from Crimes Unit, who's pretty much she wants to take Gordon out, and I don't know if she's just has a problem with Gordon because he's just seen Barbara. Just the overall motivation for her to take down Gordon, we've seen it done a million times. It would have been better. I don't really have a problem with her relationship with Barbara. That seemed like the most interesting part because they're always mentioning the past, but we never dig into the past. It's always, yeah, you were like this. We're just told. And Barbara just seems like she's just always at the house looking good, either wearing really nothing or comforting Gordon. I think she needs a bigger role in this, and I think we need to step out of that freaking apartment, please. And how the heck can they afford a nice looking apartment like that? There's a big ass clock and by the window, or it might be a painting. That's a badass thing. That must cost a lot of money. But other than that, the problem with Gotham is just it's fillerish. The villains are just not. They're just not working. They're not working. And also, you don't feel like any of these characters are in danger. Not once have I felt Gordon was in danger, because we know he's never going to be really in danger. He goes up with the balloon man towards the end, and he falls onto the van. But we knew he wasn't going to die. We know Bullocks is not going to die. Nobody here, like the major players, even the Penguin, Fish, Falcone, whoever, we just don't see. You don't feel any tension, any consequence. You don't think any of these people are in danger at all. And that's the problem with this show. We need a little danger in here. We need a little, consequence. Like, people can get killed off. Not just the Waynes, but somebody major in the show. I mean, that's why The Walking Dead works so good. That's why a lot of these other shows that have been going on for so long are so good, because there is constant danger for these characters and it feels realistic. I wouldn't mind if they take a turn on these mythos of Gotham, because this is not part of any other cinematic universe, and they could do whatever they want, unless they are planning on doing some cinematic universe, and that's Ben Affleck, really, young Ben Affleck. But I just feel that Gotham is it has potential, but it's not meeting its potential. And episode 3 shows that it's just another filler episode. Next week's episode looks a little bit more entertaining. Looks like the storyline's going to go a little bit more. Penguin shows up at Gordon's apartment, so that's going to be very interesting. And if in this episode, Penguin was pretty much goes back to Gotham. He gets a job at a restaurant by killing a lot of people, and we finally meet Maroni. It was Maroni. So it's going to be very interesting with Penguin and Gordon's interaction next episode. But man, we really need another villain that could really bring up the game. The crime stuff and mafia stuff, it seems a little bit watered down. I kind of want that Godfather Casino type thing going on, but we're not getting it. So overall, this episode, if I had to rate it, I have to rate it a 5 out of 10. It's just mediocre. You're not going to remember it. Balloon Man, you're giving us Balloon Man? There was some good aspects to it. I mean, I guess a little bit of Selena Kyle and Gordon, Barbara, and I want to say Ramirez, the detective, and getting a little bit more of their relationship. The Penguin, what is he gonna do to take over? And we see that he's just really a psychopath. He's really killing a lot of people in the show, but he's just so quirky. You can't really take him serious at all. So overall, 5 out of 10. The show, I hopefully it gets a little bit more exciting, a little bit better, a little bit more tension in the air when we move forward. But overall, 5 out of 10. So let me know what you guys think about this tonight's episode. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Do you think the show is kind of on a rocky start? It was promising, but it's just starting to go downhill. Or you're fine with it? You think, it's been doing its job. It's entertaining you. It's fine as a show. So thank you guys for listening. If you guys like my videos, please see my other videos. Please comment. I would like to hear your thoughts as always. And please subscribe. I would much appreciate it. I will bring you Gotham episodes every week. And then we got that Walking Dead coming on Sunday. I call it Dead Walking Sunday. So thank you guys for listening and have a good day.